This utility outlook is valid the rest of today, Friday, through next Thursday, July the 30th. A semi-busy weekend weather pattern for utility concerns. This will be followed by a 3-day interruption of drier weather with good project weather, basically Monday through Wednesday of next week. The heat indices will start to run rather high from mid to late next week with a warm spell, and there are some hints of potentially big thunderstorms. That event would be scheduled along about Thursday of next week. That's low confidence this far out. However, tropical weather may also need to be watched late next week with a potential disturbance around the Florida Peninsula. At noontime today, we're looking at this meso-analysis, seeing some inhibition or a cap of instability, and this is located mainly across parts of New York and continuing across Vermont. We have 500 joules of CAPE, convective available potential energy, and this is not a big day, but there could be some thunderstorms mixed in with some rain shower activity starting this afternoon and lasting into the early evening before dissipating. And humidity levels a little bit on the uptick here, increasing just a bit as we're seeing slightly higher dew point temperatures with this little disturbance kind of working through the region. Looking at the HRRR model for what it's worth, this is 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4, and 5 o'clock, 6, 7 o'clock, and so forth. A lot of the shower and potentially some widely scattered thunderstorms mixed in will be checking out. And on radar, we just have nothing but a few showers at this point in time. I'm not seeing any thunderstorms developing. However, you might notice south of Lake George, sort of northwest of Glens Falls, this particular area, I'm expecting the main areas of showers and potential thunderstorms to be across western Vermont and then cutting across mainly southern Vermont, with the counties of Rutland, Windsor, Windham, and Bennington probably most under the gun today. Again, we're looking at only lightning concerns. And taking a look at the total precipitation accumulations for the next 7 days, you can see Vermont's in the blue here. This is about 1 inch total. The green line's a ½ inch, quarter inch, and the red line here. Not expecting tremendous amounts, but this is just about what the European model was also indicating as well. And we continue to see a little bit of warmth off to the south and west of our region, a little bit cooler off to the north, and this divisional dividing line here. Cloud cover versus sunshine mostly at this point in time, and we're kind of on the edge of that with the warm-up starting to take place across the plains. We'll get to that in a second. Here's the dailies and how it's going to shape up. This is the European model. And again, roughly about 2 o'clock this afternoon, that would be valid again about 8 p.m. And you can see those showers and storms wind down very quickly and they exit the region very nicely. So we get a little shot of drier weather. On Saturday, there's some hints of just a minute amount of precipitation, which I'm going to ignore. However, this is more important here is this what looks like a warm front that starts to work in from the west. And then that cuts across the region, mostly affecting us Saturday night into the day on Sunday. There could be some regeneration during Sunday afternoon. It's not really shown in the model here. This is valid through 8 o'clock Sunday evening. And then we have what looks to be dry weather with an area of higher pressure building in. Tuesday is the weak spot, late Monday night, Tuesday. We could see some showers off to the north of us in this particular area, a little bit north of Vermont. And this is something that could ruin that otherwise 3-day dry stretch. However, high pressure gets reinforced, builds across the region, as does the warmth and heat and humidity. It looks like the big event here is probably going to be moving in along about Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening in this particular area here with this cold front. The other thing we're watching around the Florida Peninsula is this potential tropical cyclone development or some sort of hybrid, perhaps extratropical. And that looks like it's going to try to zoom up the coast. Here's the later computer models as we get into basically late in the week next week and even toward Monday the following week. So we have something that's going to be tracking along the coast. Something to keep an eye on. This may be spurious. So in terms of precipitable water, you can see that we're not too bad, actually close to near normal values. And then we dry out just a little bit more as we head into Saturday afternoon. So dry still out there. And then slightly higher elevated precipitable water works on through with that warm front on Saturday night, mostly into Sunday. And then we're back into a little bit of a drier action. And as you can see, a lot of the moisture is to our north, to our south, to our east, and a little bit to our west, or quite a ways to our west. And this is something we'll have to watch. This is a return flow of a lot of tropical moisture. And this is going to be coming at us, it looks like, for basically on Thursday. We get into Thursday, that would be valid 8 o'clock in the morning, Thursday afternoon, and then Thursday evening. You can see that cold front means business. That's a pretty significant shot of moisture. And more than likely, we could see some very heavy rain-producing thunderstorms as well. So looking at temperatures, this is the next 5-day maximum temperature anomalies. We're right about neutral, but it's about to warm up as we start to see a pretty good warm spell, or you could call it a heat wave, that will be developing with maximum temperature anomalies up around 6, 7, 8 degrees. Now, some 3 days later, that's going to be moving into Vermont. Looks like a bit of a cool down out west, and so this heat wave is going to certainly work toward the eastern seaboard next week. Iowa State mediograms show the trend in temperature up, 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 up. And we could see temperatures top near 90. And the apparent temperature, which uses, of course, the heat indices, you could see those temperatures get up in that 90 to 95 degree realm by the time we head toward Thursday of next week. Looks like there's going to be a pretty good amount of heat across a wide area of the eastern seaboard at this point in time. And looking at our boundary layer temperatures, this is again centered on Burlington, and what we can see here is the temperatures continuing to warm up, 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 and we're looking at temperatures that are going to get up there pretty warm. And after the toward the 31st of July, that cold front, temperatures do start to get lower, and we're looking at a cool spell. Looks like for the first or second into the second week of the month of August, with temperatures abnormally cooler than what we typically see. So enjoy this warm-up if you like the warm weather, and if you hate the warm weather, you know that around the corner things are going to cool down considerably. Now, one of the other things to take a look at here is our dew point temperatures, which also will make a pretty impressive rise here. So what we're looking at here is inside the gray are basically the averages, with the average line is the center line here. But you can see our dew point temperature is not really that high, but they do warm up toward the 27th of July, and then also toward the 30th, 31st. And this looks like it's coming together. This is approximately into the late next week, toward Thursday. And the other issue, if this gets pulled up, is this is something that was developed with Greg Carbon over at Storm Prediction Center. And this is basically storm supercells. So rotating supercell potential, very, very strong here. That is usually a sign. I've been watching this now for some time, and when these things are marked this high here in Burlington, that typically can be a big day. So there are some parameters, even in the longer range, used by different models, coming together for what could be an important thunderstorm event for us here along about next Thursday. And the only other thing I would cover here is, again, we'll have to watch any tropical storm cyclone formation there around Florida. This is precipitable water again, and you can see that working its way up the coast, off the New England coast, and so forth. This will change more than likely multiple times. That's it from here. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights.